I am big. I am so big. I am big. I am so big. I am big. I am so big. I am big. I am so big.
I'm gonna guess that all the nothing in that safe isn't what we were expected to find.
Hey! You! Over here! Oh, good. You're not shooting at me. That's a start. It's been a bit of a day, so I'll get to the point. Yes, I have Crane's research. No, I'm not giving it back. Sorry to disappoint you. I suppose it does not matter. Either Crane sent you, or you are some scavenger come to rob me in my moment of weakness. Let's make a deal. I'd like to go on living. You'd probably like to make some money. Help me get out of here, and I will pay you for your trouble. Same reason you are, more than likely. I imagine we picked up the same tip. Secret research facility, abandoned town, minimal security? No, but it is a secret. Well hidden. Off the map. Any place worth hiding is worth raiding. Granted, diet toothpaste is not exactly what comes to mind when I imagine secret research and underground labs. Diet toothpaste. Can you imagine a more pernicious example of corporate materialism? I do not know what is worse. Working here, or dying here. And I am glad you have the luxury of sarcasm, whereas I have been made to spend my day listening to my crew die to corporate guns and hungry rats. This job was not supposed to end with me stuck in some wretched lab smelling like rats. So I would be very much obliged if you gave me a break. You mean other than the satisfaction of doing me a good turn? Trust me, I'll make it worth your while. I am good for my word. You will be equitably rewarded, on my honor. But I will not haggle or bargain with you until you help me. The first thing I need is a key card to unlock my door. Then I'd need you to clear me a path out of here. There are 2 ways out. The quickest is through the front door, but Clio security's bottled up in there. If you don't want to shoot them, I suppose you could talk to them. The other way out is through the loading bay, but you'd have to clear out the rafts for me. Then I could just slip out the back, sight unseen. So you lied about not knowing Crane. I suppose I do not blame you. We liberated that research. We did not steal it. And yes, a few scientists were caught in the crossfire. Semantics. If I were consigned to spending my days making diet toothpaste, I would pray for a bullet to my skull. It is my one bargaining chip. If you want this research, you will help me out of this mess. Would you rather run errands for a corporate puppet like Crane? Listen, look around you. This colony is lousy with people like him. Shallow men with shallow lives, dreaming of nothing nobler than the next promotion. By helping him, you are helping the corporate hegemony exercise their stranglehold on the colony. Not that I expect a hired gun to understand. All wars have casualties. I regret taking a life, but we were doing them a mercy. We are all of us trapped. You, me, the scientists. This is not a colony. It is a slave camp. Yes, we raided the lab, shot some guards, killed a few scientists in the crossfire, but it was all for a higher cause. Then we will tear it down again. Do you know what propaganda by the deed means? It means we set an example by our actions. It means we send a message. I prefer freedom fighter, but I will not quibble over semantics. Come on now. Do you want to be dull and boring and servile like everyone else? Or do you want to break some rules? Because Crane is a tool? Because no good deed goes unrewarded? Because doing me a good turn is the honorable and decent thing? Take your pick. The research I carry is valuable. I am willing to go halves with you. And I will gladly negotiate with you, but only after you free me. You might be the first stroke of luck I've had all day. Thank you. I'm in your debt. On my honor, you will be well rewarded. Ask away. I have got nothing but time. Sell it, of course. I don't have any use for the scribblings of idiotic scientists, but whoever gave me this tip obviously does. Assuming I make it out of this place alive. I have been asking myself the same question. Our tactics were sound, but no battle plan survives contact with the enemy. We were acting on a good tip, but the tip never mentioned the rapts. When we hit the lab, those rapts got loose, tore through as many of ours as theirs. From the day we are born, we are made to obey. Never question, never hope. Never dream of anything greater than the lot appointed to us. Corporations expect us to work until the day we die. But they could not give a half-bit shit about our lives. No one asks why anymore. The establishment tells us to live here, work there, eat that, drink this. All our choices are made for us, so we forget we ever had a choice. I am doing this because I can. Because it thrills me. Because I take a deep and profound pleasure from stabbing at the heart of corporate power, no matter how shallow the wound. Nothing beyond the purview of a talented freelancer like you. You really expect me to just let them pass? Why? So they can regroup behind their walls and mount another assault? Never mind. I'm obviously in no position to argue with you. If you can talk those guards into standing down, my people will follow suit. I'll help however I can. A raptidon is an apex predator, native to the jungles of Monarch. They are entirely unsuited to life on Terra 2, which may account for their horrible temper and appetite. What? Do not give me that look. I am allowed to have hobbies. Biology happens to be one of them. Yes, we accidentally released the raps into the world when we attacked this place. But I am not at fault here. Those scientists had no business experimenting on these creatures. The raps took us by surprise, as they would anyone. My crew were split apart and lost in the corridors. They went one way, I went another. You'll need a keycard to unlock my door. I don't know where they're kept, but I'd start by checking the security office. Take your time. I am, to my chagrin, not going anywhere.
Huh?
Here they come!
That had to hurt!
Don't mess it up!
I don't have time for this.
I would ask what was on your mind, but the answer is obviously me.
Everyone all right?
Finally! I've never been so pleased at the sight of an open door. Please tell me you've cleared a way out of here.
turncoat. We saw everything. You must think me a fool. I was watching on the security cameras. You got downright friendly with the outlaw leader. I reckon we got nothing to say to each other. You best back yourself out of here. Nice and slow. You got 1 minute. Starting now. You convinced her to let us leave in peace. Listing the ills we've been done ain't exactly putting me in a mind to compromise. I gotta believe that all we done will mean something to the company, to Doc Crane. That effort will make up for mistakes. I've worked for Auntie Cleo 18 years, done my best for them. Always expected they'd do right by us in turn. I reckon I don't see any better solution. Fine, damn it. We'll pull out. Here, my key card. It'll get you access to the whole place. Full stakes, people. We're heading back to town.
I would ask what was on your mind, but the answer is obviously me. So you have. I am much obliged. And now, if you do not mind, I have had quite enough of this wretched place. Oh, really? And why, pray tell, would I do a thing like that? Damn and blast. I should have seen this coming. Here, take the damned research. Tell Crane I hope he chokes on it. Good. I never trust a freelancer who works for free. Orphans. Is that what you are calling yourself now? Here. Let it never be said that I do not reward good work.
You picked the wrong damn day. Damn right we left the lab. What's left there that's worth dying for?
You let them get away. Worthless, the lot of you. That no-account fool Porter and his crew are even more worthless than I could have imagined. They've abandoned their posts, This is madness! Jameson. I didn't do right by him, did I? Only cared about how he helped or hurt my research. You understand nothing. Me least of all. Oh, it's you. As if my thoughts weren't dark enough already. What is it? My research? Please tell me you've recovered it. That's... You can't possibly understand the enormity of what you've done for me. And what, pray tell, is the status of our raptidons? That complicates the equation somewhat. No matter, I have the research. Excellent. If we're done here, I'd like to get back to work. You understand? Actually, there is something else. Why do you suppose Auntie Cleo's would want to market diet toothpaste to the lower classes? Yes, but that doesn't quite ring true. There's something amiss here. It nags at me like a sore tooth, but I can't for the life of me figure out why. That would have been enough before, but you questioning my motives, my compassion, has unsettled me. All I cared about before was Byzantium. I believed Yes? I suppose you've earned it. It's highly illegal to have brought the raptidons to Terra 2. The research done on them before Monarch was left to the dregs was too promising to just abandon, so here we are. You've not much idea how these things work, do you? If Auntie Cleo could be connected to what we're doing here, they'd be ruined. Everyone skirts the law looking for an edge, but the ultimate sin is to be exposed. Plausible deniability is everything. I suppose you've earned it. I grew up in a Spacer's Choice township. My own personal pit of despair. Test marks were high enough, so I set to becoming a scientist. But I didn't relish returning when my studies were done. I'd no desire to spend my life finding better ways to churn out worthless goods. My fellow Spacers looked upon it as a betrayal, but I longed for substance, meaning. Fear, jealousy, belief in the ground. Yes? I suppose you've earned it.
Yeah, boss? Didn't I tell you? I'm secretly the chairman's orphan child, abandoned at birth in the back bays. That's right. Can't get anything past you, boss. Honestly, before you picked me up, I was living in the back bays. Spent my whole life up there, watching ships roll in and take off. I always wondered when my ship would come. I was what folks on the Groundbreaker call a stowaway. Means I was invisible. Life carried on for everybody else, but not for me. Stowaways ain't free. We were just as trapped as anybody else. We didn't belong in the system, but we still had to live in it. We still had to play by the board's rules. Imagine spending your whole life looking out at the stars, and knowing you could never aspire to be anything more than a box hauler. That's what it's like. Hauling boxes was about the only work I could find. Hated every second of it. Foreman and I never got on. Could be I was overreacting. A better man might have turned the other cheek. Exercised a little bit of that, what's the word? Restraint? But on the other hand, broadsiding the jackass with a tossball stick, that felt good. That felt real good. You ought to try it. Oh, I can do civilized. Proper civilized, too. Genuflecting and everything. I caught a real lucky break. If you hadn't picked me up, I'd still be back at the docks, waiting for the day my ship arrives. Oh, yeah. I had a prison cell back on the Groundbreaker. Carved my name on the wall. I wonder if it's still there. Thanks for listening, boss. Let's get going.
That Chief 𝘼𝙗𝙗 sure seems well, huh?
Ah, outlaws, I assume. Do me a favor and let me finish this, will you? And then make it quick, please. Oh, you aren't with the outlaws? Who are you then? Oh, well, good luck. Now, have you got the carpet in here? Oh, you're still here. If you haven't already, you might speak to Anton. He can point you in the right direction. Now, have you got the carpet? What does it look like? I'm preparing a personal defense device. Or trying to, anyway. No. Well, yes. Well, no. Perhaps. I left schematics in our storage facility. As far as I know, the security commander hasn't found them yet. I admit I'd feel better were they returned to me. I found an advanced pistol when we moved here, but it's broken. I need those schematics to modify it to output superheated air. It should quite easily burn through Raptidon hide. Out the south gate. Say, you wouldn't happen to... Blast. Well, good luck. I hope I see you back here in one piece. Let's take a look inside.
Heads up! Come on, attack! Attack! Got him, boss!
That's the last of them!
Smells like something died in here.
Okay, Captain.
Unexpected.
Here we go.
Sensors terminated.
All this space, and this is all they get to sleep in?
Nobody in this damn town knows how to clean up after...
Pro second. Sustained.
Okay? Great.
Huh? Gonna find you! Something else!
You picked a hell of a day to visit. I'm Vaughn Cortez. Dr. Vaughn Cortez. But just Vaughn's fine, really. Over in the main labs. I rabbited back here when I realized I was hearing gunshots, not blown fuses. We've been cooped up in here, I don't know, hours? Too long. I have to get back to work. Dr. Crane might say otherwise. Me? When those guys started shooting the place up, I was first out the door. I had to leave an experiment running at the lab. Something I've been working on a long while. Something that could really get me ahead. Know what I mean? I've been extracting organic compounds from raptidons. Compounds that have, benefits.
Extracting how? No, wait, maybe I don't want to know.
In certain social situations. Personal situations. Where you might want to, enhance your charisma. Sure. Of course. Our lab's south of here, down the road. Not the old public lab, the one past that, built into the mountainside. My equipment's in the lower levels, way in the back. I have a big room all to myself. Dissection tables and whatnot. It should have been running this whole time. Just grab the results and bring them here. Great! This is really gonna save my ass. Any news? On the thing we spoke about? Sure, whatever you need to know. As little as possible. I mean, yeah. I'm staff. Endocrinologist. We've been studying a load of raptidons hauled in from Monarch. Ask Dr. Crane. All I know is my bit, analyzing the raptidon equivalent of hormones. Mostly they're leptin analogs. Raptidons have 4 different varieties. Concentrations vary based on the season. Leptin's a hormone. Basically tells us we're not hungry. I don't know why they're interested in it. It was like that when we got here. I heard it had been shut down for years. But the toilet's flush and the roof doesn't leak. Much. Want to talk about peptides? I've got, like, amazing stories about cortistatin. I've had days like that.
So those charisma-enhancing benefits he was talking about, he was just blowing smoke, right?
You're underestimating the importance of the
Ugh. If I had to look at those yellow walls all day, I'd make a point to sleep on the roof.
imagined I'd say this, boss, but even a Raptidon deserves better.
Well, I did not expect you back so soon, Captain. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?